Okay, in this video we're going to look at doing a simple motion tween, and we'll do that on 2 layers, so you can see how the layers work again. So I've got layer 1, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to draw a circle this time, because that's what it's up as there, and that symbol. I'll add my new layer, so I've now got layer 2. When you're doing these for your project, you probably want to rename them. So what I might do is in layer 1, that's my circle, I'm just going to double click on there and just call it circle. So now I know what's on that layer. In layer 2, I'm going to put a rectangle. So I'll just change that to rectangle. Okay, so I'm in layer, that top layer, which is the rectangle. I'll right click there, choose the rectangle tool. Again, I'll just change the colours, doesn't really matter, and I'll put this over the other side this time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a motion tween. So I need to select one of these, it doesn't matter which one. I'll just start with the rectangle, and I've just clicked and sort of drawn around that shape. So that's selected the whole rectangle. And then I'm going to right click on that and click on create motion tween. Now what comes up is it actually comes up and it says it needs to be converted to a symbol. So we can't do a motion tween on a shape. So we need to do that on a symbol. So we're just going to go OK for that. And you'll notice now when I select that, it's come up as a movie clip symbol. Now you can see no colours here. There are colour effects, but if I want to change the shape of that particular object, I can double click on it, and now I'm back in the shape. And I can change the fill if I want to. To go back, over here I've got symbol 1, I just click on scene 1. So now I'm back in my scene and I can see the movie clip symbol. So you can think of it like within this movie clip symbol there is a shape when the movie clip is in the scene. You also notice down here that the timeline's changed to 30 frames, so exactly 1 second. We can adjust that. So I can just move that when I get to the very end of that layer, the frames. You can see I've got a double pointing arrow and I can click, so I can actually make that bigger or smaller. So I'll just go out to 2 seconds for this one. Okay, so now what I've got is got my playhead, nothing's happening. You can see there the circle layer is only on frame 1, so you're only going to see that when the playhead is at frame 1. Now if I grab my movie clip symbol, my square, and I'm at the end. So I'm at the end of my my animation, my motion animation, and I'm going to move that to where I want it. What you'll notice is you'll get a line, and it's got all those dots. Those dots represent the frames. Okay, and when I start playing that now, you can see I've got my motion tween happening. You can change how that looks, so I can make it bend, as you can see there. I can make it bend a bit more, and in fact I can even make it curve a little bit. Okay, so you can make it curve around. So you can fiddle around with those sort of things. So now you can see it's done that. You also notice where I move the object at that key point, it's put a key frame in there. That's what that little black dot means. That's a key frame. Okay, so I've got my motion tween for my circle, for my square. Now I'm going to do it for my circle. Same thing, same process. Again, remember, if the rectangle is on top of the circle, that's what we'll see on here. So if these overlap, you'll see the rectangle sitting on top of the circle once I've done my motion tween for my circle. So I've got the selection tool still. I'll select my circle, right click, create motion tween, converts to symbol. The frames go to there. Now I want my frames to go to the same distance as my rectangle. So I'm just going to extend that. So again, I'll go to the end and extend it to the 60 frames. And I'll just move my circle around and I'll just do a slight curve. So now when I do my play there, in fact what I might do is I'll just change that curve for my circle so that we can see them overlap, and the rectangle should be, still want to get it, you can see there the rectangle is on top of the circle. Now if I swap these layers around, so I'll put the circle above the rectangle we should now set a circle on top of the rectangle. And that's it for the second tutorial.